Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the MVP Minute. Matthew Vincente Palumbo here. Special installment. Well, we're just hours away from the national championship game from New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's in the Superdome, and it's got a wonderful story. The epicenter of college basketball tonight. Championship game versus the two winningest programs in the history of NCAA basketball on the men's side. Kansas, the Jayhawks, taking on Kentucky, and the Wildcats. Has a recipe for an historic game. But I think we know that Louisiana and the Superdome has produced some very magical moments. Back in 1982, somebody that wore the number 23 and Carolina blue kind of put himself on the map. Michael Jordan, I think you kind of remember that baseline jumper that he hit. And then it was some years later in 1987 that Keith Smart and the Indiana Hoosiers took out the Syracuse Orangemen in another great final. So we kind of have a feeling that the venue will provide us an historic game tonight. Really interesting tonight. The Thoroughbreds of Kentucky versus Rock Chalk Jayhawk. John Calipari trying to get that elusive national title. Is he going to do it before this group of Thoroughbreds heads off to greener pastures? Or is it Bill Self cutting down the nets with the Kansas Jayhawks for the second time in 5 years? Again, I like the recipe for an historic game tonight. Bill Self holding that 1-0 lead over John Calipari in championship games. It was back in 2008 when the Jayhawks took out then John Calipari and the Memphis Tigers. Do yourself a favor tonight. Enjoy that one shining moment of the NCAA tournament. It's my favorite part at the end of every championship run. Enjoy the game tonight. Have a great day. Be well.